Welcome to Urban Serenity Garden, beautiful community. Today we are giving you guys an update on what's going on in the grow room. We're also going to be taking you guys outside so you can see what the layout of the garden is looking like. Here we garden, cook, do shopping hauls, and also a bit of lifestyle. So please consider subscribing if you haven't done already to follow our journey. Thanks for your support, and now let's jump into this video. All right, guys, so as you can see here in front of you, we don't have any of our seedlings here. They are all outside in my front porch. They are hardening off, and I think this is day 4 or 5. We have gotten wonderful weather here, and they are doing marvelous. They have been getting a little, what do we want to call it? A little burn off, a little, here and there, because I haven't been doing the correct method, but it's working. They're putting on new growth. They're doing wonderful. So here today, as I shoot this, it is May 11th. So we are on target. Usually I plant my things out, tomatoes, God willing, the weather cooperates. This year, the weather has not been cooperating. If you watch any of my other videos prior to this one, you already know everything that has been going on. But we are on target to hopefully plant everything out by Mother's Day. Are we going to be doing this on Mother's Day? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Guys, if you see everything moving around, my cat Autumn is in the house and she is moving the tripod all over the place. So sorry about the wiggle. So the only thing that I actually have in here right now to show you guys is the onions and some of the culantro recao that I left behind. But I have some of them outside and they are doing wonderful. The purpose of this video is just to take you guys outside and show you the layout of the garden. If you guys haven't seen that already, the OGs of the channel already know the tried and true. But other than that, we have made some changes. So let's go out there and let's see what's going on and let's talk about it. Let's get into it. All right, so as we walk out, we're walking out the door from the basement. This is the first thing that you actually see. If you hear any noises, I live in the city, so I do apologize. Here, as we walk out, this is considered my container garden. We have diminished the container garden for now. Because I don't have any dahlias or any flowers really planted back here besides my peonies. So I do have 3 bush blueberries. This one is, I think, two years old. I think I got it last year. This one I got from M.I. Gardner. The other 2, I think they're also M.I. Gardner or Home Depot. So this one is really tiny, and I think it's chandelier variety. Don't quote me on that. And these other 2 right here are large and in charge, and they are doing a beautiful. We got hit with some late frost, some cold weather and all that stuff. These guys, I don't know if they're stunted or not, or they're going to produce, but they have a lot of buds on them. The bees, well, the bumblebees, because we don't have the middle bees out here yet, but the bumblebees that we have here in my area, they have been going crazy and all over these guys. This one over here looks very promising. My daughter loves blueberries and she's going to have a big harvest this year. She's going to go really bananas. I have 4 peonies that are planted out here in these plastic kind of terracotta pots, and 3 of them were planted last year from bare root. Don't know the variety, so I don't know if they're going to produce this year, meaning in blooms, but they have come up in green and we are enjoying them. My husband pretty much got upset with the ranunculus that I had inside, and he planted them out here. And guys, he must have the magic touch once it comes to these ranunculus, because he has 3 of them up here that are coming up. So he has the magic touch. This is this peony we've had for many years. It's kind of like pink fuchsia, and it has buds. Can't wait to see those things form, and when they form, they are huge. Over here we have this like raised plastic garden bed. I had that for years. Here what I'm planning to put is probably like bok choy. So I was out here a little earlier prior to this, kind of setting it up and amending it and all of that stuff, refreshing the soil and adding more soil, because with the rains that we had this year, kind of depleted and kind of compacted the soil. So just topping it off. This is a new bed to the garden this year. And we just filled this up with some Miracle Grow, and I just amended it and topped it off. This is where I'm planning to probably put my cucumbers. And guys, look, my fence was finally finished this year and it looks beautiful. I am so happy. So we have space over here. I don't know what we're gonna end up doing with it, but we will see. Moving along, sorry for the airplane. We live near LaGuardia and JFK, so we have a lot of air surface going on. Over here I have these containers. I don't know if I'm going to be filling them up, but we will see what happens. We have the raspberries over here. They are large and in charge this year, and I am very happy because it seems like this year is probably going to be the first year that I get a lot of raspberries, and we love raspberries in this house. So can't wait. Now as you hear the chirps, I'm gonna have to protect them from the birds because we have a lot of bird activity here, and gotta figure that out. I do have netting inside, so we just gotta see how that goes. Here I have 2 green stalks. This is one. This is the deeper one. I don't have anything planted in here yet. My husband went out and planted 2 of these. They're like a cherry type tomato. These are 2 of the tomatoes that, if you guys watched before, I propagated these tomatoes in water from the Aero Garden, and I was just babying them inside, and he took them from in there and planted them out here. I told him that they were gonna probably be stunted and not do anything because he planted them out here when it was like still like 40-degree weather, and they're still tiny, but now that the weather's getting better, look at the new growth that they're putting on, and probably they'll take off for him. But other than that, the green stalk, this one has not been planted with anything and is still waiting. Probably herbs, Swiss chard, and who knows what else I'll probably put there, maybe the onions. The other 2 peonies that I have here as well. This is the Stratico bed, and it doesn't have anything. I'm planning to reconfigure everything around. We're still planning on how we're gonna plant everything, but the Lord knows I have way too many tomatoes and peppers, and I know that this garden is gonna be full. I still have the arch trellis here. This trellis is old and has been with me forever. This is the Vigo garden bed. This is the other green stalk, and this one is planted with strawberries. I got these strawberries from Walmart. I think it was 25, and I think they actually sent a couple extra. All of them made it, just one that did not. The priority is that one, and they're everberry. I wanted everberry because we like strawberries all throughout the year. Like, why not? So they're doing fantastic. As you can see, they're all green, so why not? Over here I got these also at Walmart. This is Greek oregano. I planted oregano inside and it just did not take off. So every year I do the same. I just buy oregano and I just plant it. They say it's a perennial, but for whatever reason it just did not come back for me. This time has been planted here for like 5 years, literally. And this year I literally pruned it back to its roots, and in like 3 weeks this is the growth. Another Vigo garden bed. This is where I had my tomatoes last year, and some of these beds have volunteers, and I'll show it to you. And it's funny because the volunteers are actually in my new beds, and it's because I kind of repurposed some of the soil and the mulch that I had, so it's hilarious. These two are my twin beds. I call them twin beds because they literally are the same, and they're literally next to each other with an arch trellis next to it, because last year what I tried to do was do cucumbers to climb, one on each, well, four, two on each side. It really didn't work out, so this year I'll probably just change my method of growing. Over here I have the stratical bed. It's a small one with my grapes. One of them actually died. I purchased two last year. I think they were from Walmart. The one that was over here did not make it, so I took it out. This one actually is still going. It just has one long stretch, and I just strung it this way. And this big one right here, she's old, man. So we just recently came out and pruned it, and she had actually 2 liters out, and it's still working, but we just trained it out this way over to our shed. So we're moving this way. We have the rain barrel, which we had it to the gutter, but it actually wasn't working out for us, so we have to reconfigure something to do with that. Over here we have our 2 new beds. This is one of them. And as you can see, like I was telling you guys, we have volunteers, and I think they're tomatoes, if I'm not mistaken. And the reason why we have these is because we had some repurposed soil, and that was from last year, and they had seeds in them. And from all the birds, you know, that they come and eat anything left over, or, you know, tomatoes that end up dying in them. So I don't know, I might just let it go. Look at this over here. See if you guys can identify that. I think it's cool. We'll see what happens, but you know, I might have to move all of this anyway, so you know, they might not make it. We'll see what happens. We're still moving everything around, you know, for our liking. And this is the last bed here. Now these beds are from, I don't know if I'm mentioning or saying the name right, it's Ole. It's OLLE. And my husband got them on the sister store for Amazon, woot.com, and they were pretty much a good deal. He got them last year, and this is the way that I like to configure them, and it works out for me. Now I'm probably planning to put the tomatoes and the peppers on these this year, because we get more sun on this side. And that's pretty much it, guys. So as I was saying, when we was outside, I brought you guys inside because it is really, really hot out there. Not that I'm complaining, I really don't mind. I'll just give you the view of the very tall onions. Everything is moving along outside. I hope to have everything planted, like I already stated, by the end of this week. The tomatoes are large and in charge. I'll definitely put a picture of them either in the thumbnail or somewhere in this video so you guys can see the growth. I am very happy. I thought everything was going to be late, but I think I'm on cue. Everything that happens for a reason. You know, God serves his purpose, and you know, you just grow with the punches. It is what it is. But I really can't complain. I can't complain. I'm happy. I'm happy where everything is. I'm happy at the stage that everything is at this point. And I can't wait to get everything in the ground and start producing fresh produce for the family. Now, there's a lot of things still need to sow from seed. I'm probably late for a lot of stuff. Here we don't sow a lot of cold weather crops. We are having, I guess, you know, we can't call it a heat wave, but I like to call it a heat wave because we're technically not summer. But like today, I think is almost close to 80 degrees, or at least, you know, with the humidity, it feels that way. We are going to have, I think, like 2 or 3 days in the 80s, and then we drop back down to like the 70s or close to the 60s, which is fine for, you know, the tomatoes and or the peppers. The nights are staying in the high 50s. So, you know, we got, you know, green thumbs up for everything. We are going to go ahead and do what we have to do. But that's the layout to the backyard. And, you know, we are improving every day, every week, and every year. You know, we can add as, you know, our budget suits us. And, you know, I am happy with where we are, and I really can't complain. I just can't wait to start growing, and I hope that you guys are excited with us. I hope that you guys join us for our journey, and I hope that you guys like where we are at. I know that, you know, some of you are already ahead of most of us, but that's okay because we will catch up eventually. And as always, guys, God granted you the serenity to accept the things you cannot change, the courage to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Be blessed. Bye, guys. Catch you on the next one.